It's your favorite YouTube dealer, and it's happening out here. We got a response from Quavo. It's called Over Hoes and Bitches. My man decided he ain't just gonna let Chris Brown get off like that. I'm hoping he's coming with some heat though, because Chris Brown literally has the best diss track that has dropped this month out of everybody that's dissing. And we're talking about people going back and forth amongst the big three. But Chris Brown cooked. Like, this man put him under. So I'm hoping my man coming back from the dead with some shit, because he's gonna need it. I don't know all that much about their beef, but I've learned a little bit more over the past couple of days and how he's called him out at different like celebrity basketball tournaments. And so apparently this shit goes back a little ways. And he even dissed him earlier this year, I think it was, or the end of last year, on a song called Freak, which I still haven't checked out, but I'm going to check out at some point. Maybe I'll do a reaction and upload it. But I feel like we here now. So this is the one that's important. I know that there's a lot of shit going on amongst the Kendrick and Drake stuff, because Kanye just dropped something where he dissed J. Cole and Drake. But I did listen to it. I just didn't do an uploaded reaction because it's like one line. Like, it's not even a full-on diss. I feel like, I mean, I could milk it for views, but it just doesn't feel like it's worth it. There's not all that much to talk about. So I let that one roll, and we'll find out what else comes from that. But right now we got some Quavo. Let's see what this man's talking about. First of all, let's talk about this cover art. My man out here choking Chris, and he got him with the pink hair, and there's some girl trying to stop them. Yo, that shit wild, bro. Oh boy, let's dive in.
Pussy nigga, pull up, crash, shout about your bae. Boy, you pussy. Little bitch come dance, battle with my Drake. You been fucked your bag up when you punch Rhea in the face. Talking about fashion week, you sparing who? Come punch me in my face.
Ooh, you knew the Rihanna bars was coming, but he's not lying. Like, he definitely effed his bag up when he got in that situation with Rihanna. Like, he was on a trajectory. My man was going up. And he's still rich, and he's still making incredible amounts of money, and he's still gonna be Chris Brown regardless. But where he could have been versus where he is definitely different because of that one situation. Now, he says, come punch me in my face. And I don't know that Quavo really wants that, because he started off with come dance battle with this Drake, which I thought was pretty dope. But he's kind of more alluding to, I'm gonna shoot you, not I'm gonna throw hands with you. And then calling Chris a pussy, which is a bit interesting to me, right? Like, I feel like Chris would be less of the pussy because he's trying to have that physical altercation, whereas you're like, yo, I'm going to rely on this weapon to kind of hold it down. But either way, I really did like that Drake line. I thought that was kind of fire.
It ain't nothing but a fade. You know you lost to Frank Ocean. Niggas ran in your house, tied up your aunt cause you ain't pay. This bullet got your name. Don't ever bring up tape, pussy.
You know, happy y'all niggas some hoes out here.
Because that Frank Ocean line, I'm if I'm not mistaken, Chris Brown threw a punch at Frank Ocean for something, and it was like a whole brawl in a studio or some shit like that. I don't know all that much about it. I don't know that Frank beat Chris up. Maybe he did. I didn't really read too much into it, but I definitely remember hearing about that. So that's interesting. But again, he says these bullets got your name, and I get it. Like, he's upset about the whole takeoff bar, which I figured would happen. But it's just interesting that he's like, it ain't nothing but a fade. But at the same time, you like, yo, dance with this Drake. These bullets got your name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like the fade is something that he's looking for as much as I'm going to threaten to shoot you kind of shit.
I'm talking about like, these nigga bleed want some money type shit.
Is this Takeoff?
Bitch. I call your hoe for pussy. I hit your hoe for pussy. I did the favor coming to save you, but you gon' owe me pussy. Owe me.
I think this is Takeoff, and it's kind of wild to throw him in this. It works given what he's saying, but Chris kind of said, yo, like, Takeoff was that guy in the Migos. Like, that he was the reason that y'all was doing well. He does better than you, and then you throw him on the response diss. Like, you kind of feeding into that bar that he gave you.
I'm on the edge, don't push me. You bro with the feds, you pussy. Come here to come in and did no time, can't fake it, we know that you pussy. We know it. Pussy, you, pussy, you, pussy, you, pussy, nigga. Time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Pussy, nigga. Dropping the diamond pillow, talking to these bitches and hoes. Pussy, nigga. Good ain't gold. Pussy, nigga. You been exposed. Exposed. Pussy.
Little boy wanna die by some coochie. You still fucked up by Karuchi. You tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble.
So I don't know who Tiana is, because I know there's, I feel like, listen, I promise you, I don't watch many videos, but I know there's a Tiana Trump who's a porn star, and that could be who he's talking about. It could be somebody else. I feel like there's also a singer named Tiana, though, which is probably who he's referring to, but said that he wanted to beat her up, but Usher wouldn't let him do it. I'm interested in finding out more about that. That might even be public information I'm just not familiar with, but that's crazy if that's true. That shit is definitely not a good look.
Gucci, you tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the greatest, nigga, you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble. Why they got Quavo out here going back and forth with a singer that turned to a junkie? Never got light skin versus brown skin, nigga finna divide the country. Nigga, you ain't been in the trenches. We step in the yard, you know how that ended. Won't smoke with me? OHB mean fighting over hoes and bitches? OHB. Who gassed you up to put that out? Yeah, that was shitty, nigga. I can take a model bitch and make her sweetie, nigga. Bitch.
Ooh, okay. I disagree about what Chris did was shitty, because Chris had probably the best diss that's out right now. And as of right now, I don't feel like Quavo is responding in a way that's going to make me feel like he took it. Chris definitely took it as of right now. But so far, this ain't bad. I didn't know what to expect from Quavo when it came to diss track kind of shit. But it's not bad. I can rock with it. And I like that line about I can take any model and make her sweetie. Like, basically what he's saying is, like, I made Sweetie. Like, I could do that with anybody else. So it's not like it's some kind of big accomplishment that you got with her. Like, she just another girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I pick another one up and I make something out of her too. So I do rock with that. But I notice now he's not denying that Chris may have slept with her while they were together. And that's probably because he don't know whether or not that's true, or he does know it's true. And he's just trying to play it up like, hey, listen, that's cool, but I can make another Sweetie. Like, she just an average bitch.
Crackhead Michael Jackson, bitch, you better.
Yo. Wait, hold up. Let me go back.
I can take a model bitch and make her sweetie, nigga. Bitch. Crackhead Michael Jackson, bitch, you better beat it, nigga. I'm still fucked up about Takeoff. I want who did it, nigga. But that's some real street shit.
Now, I didn't keep up with a lot of that stuff, but wasn't it like pretty apparent that it had to do with Jay Prince's son or some shit like that? And then the way that they talked about it made it seem like I feel like at the time it was really apparent that they were involved in it, but there was no like evidence towards that, which is going to get them in trouble, or, you know what I'm saying? Like anything like that. Now I could be wrong, but let me know down in the comments if anybody followed that further than just like the first week or so that it happened. But I'm almost positive that shit seemed like he did it. And then there was some tension between them for a little bit there, if I'm not mistaken, like some back and forth as far as in interviews and Quavo saying some shit and then Jay Prince kind of coming back. And Jay Prince, the boogeyman of rap, without a doubt. Like, I know some people nowadays be trying to talk some shit to him and stuff. Like, the newer generation don't got as much respect for some of these old heads, but I feel like it's been shown a few times that some of the people that talk that shit, next thing you know, they in a video apologizing, like, yo, listen, we made some mistakes. So you got to be careful with that click.
Bitch and make a sweetie, nigga. Bitch. Crackhead Michael Jackson, bitch, you better beat it, nigga.
I like that.
I'm still fucked up about Takeoff. I want who did it, nigga. But that's some real street shit. Back to the industry. Where your baby mamas at? No, they got plenty tea. Nigga, fuck that. Pussy, every time you see me, keep that energy. Keep that energy. Can't believe I gotta beat you by some women, bitch.
I call your hoe for pussy. I hit your hoe for pussy. I did a favor coming to save you, but you gon' owe me, pussy. Owe me.
If I'm right and this is Takeoff on this hook, I don't think that that's a good look. I feel like that actually hurts the diss track more than helps it. And that's not any disrespect to Takeoff. I like this. But it just, like, it kind of feeds into what Chris said about Takeoff. And now you're kind of using him to bridge the diss track together, so to speak. And honestly, it's making it so you ain't got to really diss as long, right? Because it's only 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And he's on the hook of it. So you figure it's a portion of the song, so it's like you ain't really even went for that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this should have just been 2 minutes and 22 seconds of him just going off.
I'm on the edge, don't push me. Your bro with the feds, your pussy. Committed, coming, ain't did no time, can't fake it, we know that you're pussy. Pussy, 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 nigga. Time after time, I pull up and wipe me a little baby nose. Pussy, nigga. Dropping the dime and pillow, talking to these bitches and hoes. Pussy, nigga. Good ain't gold, pussy, nigga. You been exposed, pussy, pussy.
The hook was fire, though. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, that shit was dope. So, all right. So he got off and said some shit. I like the Rihanna line. We knew that was coming. So it's not like it was some out there, oh my God, I can't believe he said that bar. But it worked and it's accurate, right? And I always say personals over punchlines. Chris, as much as he's rich and doing well in life, he definitely effed the bag up in the sense that he'd be way further than he is now. Probably way richer, like all sorts of things. So, you know, I think that stands. I like the way he opened it up. The whole like come dance battle with this Drake. I thought that shit was pretty fire. The Frank Ocean bar. I don't know that Frank beat him up, but I do know that there was a brawl that occurred. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that it was between him and Chris, and then probably their camps and stuff like that in the studio. Aside from that, the Michael Jackson bar, crackhead Michael Jackson, you need to beat it, nigga. Like, so he had some things in there, but I just don't feel like it didn't come across with the same like intensity that Chris Brown's came with. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris came with some heat, like some crazy, like it just, the aggressiveness of it was a big part of it. And then obviously some of the shit that he said, and as much as he, you know, he kind of played off on Sweetie, like, yo, listen, I can make another one of her. I could pick up any model, make me another Sweetie. Like, she ain't nothing special. It doesn't change the fact that this man was like, yo, listen, you might have got with my ex, but I fucked yours while you was with her. Like, it doesn't change that bar. That bar still hits. Because it's like, whether she's someone or not, like, you were dating her. So as much as you playing her off and saying you can make another version of her, you cared about her at one point because you was with her. And while you was with her, this man bent that bitch over. Like, that's some shit. Like that, you know, those is fighting words. And I'm not saying I want anybody to fight. Somebody in my last reaction to the Chris Brown thing was like, why are you pushing for violence? I'm like, I definitely didn't push for violence. I just said some of the shit he said can lead to some serious, you know, situations between them, and that I hope nobody gets hurt. And they took that as me pushing for it. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but I'm just saying, when you say certain shit like this, shit can go down, especially when you're talking about someone that passed away. Even though you're not disrespecting them, you're using them to disrespect the person you're going at. They're going to take it a certain type of way. So we'll see. You know, the one thing that I have also taken from this is he makes it seem like, you know, keep that same energy when you see me, so on and so forth. Like, it's only a fade. But in reality, all of his bars were kind of based around like, these bullets got your name on it. Like, I'm going to shoot you. And I feel like that's like this newer shit, right? Like, Chris comes from an era where you throw hands and you win, you lose, but you throw hands. And, you know, Quavo maybe a little bit younger. I don't know what their age difference is, but he just more like, yo, I'm going to shoot you. And it could also be because he knows he ain't going to win that fight, because Chris Brown a bit bigger than him, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like he had to go a little bit harder in this one to match up with what Chris dropped. But you guys let me know what you thought down below in the comments. I appreciate you. Take it easy, stay safe. I will catch you in the next next episode. Oh, anime reaction link down below. That's why I was gonna say that if anybody's interested. But catch you in the next one, homies.